Imagine a serene summer morning, the gentle rustle of leaves on Wimbledon Common, a young mother enjoying a walk with her toddler and dog. A picture of idyllic peace, shattered in an instant by an act of unimaginable brutality. This is the story of Rachel Nickell, a case that would expose the flaws in justice, haunt a nation, and ultimately reveal the chilling truth behind a monster hiding in plain sight. Remember to comment, like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss future episodes of The Calendar of Crime. On July 15, 1992, 23-year-old Rachel Nickell, a vibrant young woman with a promising future, set out for a walk on Wimbledon Common with her 2-year-old son, Alex, and their dog. It was a routine outing that tragically turned into a scene of horror. In a secluded area, Rachel was brutally attacked, stabbed 49 times, and sexually assaulted. Her young son, the sole witness, was found clinging to her body, unharmed but undoubtedly traumatized by the unspeakable violence he had just witnessed. The murder sent shockwaves across Britain. The sheer savagery of the crime, committed in broad daylight in a popular public space, ignited public outrage and put immense pressure on the Metropolitan Police to find the killer. The investigation, code-named Operation EOS, quickly became one of the most high-profile and scrutinized cases in British criminal history. With no immediate forensic evidence pointing to a suspect, the police, under the guidance of a criminal psychologist, Paul Britton, developed an offender profile. This profile, unfortunately, led them down a controversial path. Their attention soon focused on Colin Stagg, a reclusive man who lived near the Common and fit some aspects of the profile. Despite a lack of direct evidence, police became convinced of his guilt. What followed was a highly controversial undercover operation known as Operation Edzell, or the honeytrap. An undercover policewoman, posing as a romantic interest, attempted to elicit a confession from Stagg over several months. She engaged him in conversations about violent sexual fantasies, hoping he would incriminate himself. However, Stagg consistently denied involvement in Rachel's murder, even when directly prompted. Despite the lack of a confession and the questionable tactics, Colin Stagg was arrested and charged. However, at his trial in 1994, the judge, Mr. Justice Ognall, ruled that the police had shown excessive zeal and had used deceptive conduct of the grossest kind. He excluded all the entrapment evidence, leading to Stagg's acquittal. The case against him collapsed, leaving the true killer still at large and an innocent man's life irrevocably damaged. The failure to convict a suspect left the Rachel Nickell case cold for many years, a stark reminder of a miscarriage of justice. However, advancements in forensic science, particularly DNA technology, offered a new glimmer of hope. In 2002, a cold case review team revisited the evidence, focusing on a male DNA sample found on Rachel's clothing that did not match her partner or son. This renewed investigation eventually led detectives to Robert Napper. Napper was already a convicted serial rapist and murderer, responsible for the brutal killings of Samantha Bissett and her 4-year-old daughter, Jasmine, in 1993. Crucially, the detectives investigating the Bissett murders had noted striking similarities to the Nickell case, but their suggestions were dismissed by the original Nickell investigation team. In 2006, Napper, who had been held in Broadmoor Hospital for over a decade, was interviewed. DNA evidence definitively linked him to Rachel Nickell's murder. On December 18, 2008, Robert Napper pleaded guilty to Rachel Nickell's manslaughter on the grounds of diminished responsibility. He was already serving an indefinite detention, and the judge declared him a very dangerous man, ensuring he would never be released. The conviction of Robert Napper brought a long-awaited sense of closure to Rachel's family and vindication for Colin Stagg, who received a public apology and compensation from the Metropolitan Police. The case remains a poignant example of both the devastating impact of violent crime and the critical importance of ethical police work and evolving forensic science in the pursuit of justice. Thanks for watching. Please comment, share, like, and subscribe for future episodes from the Calendar of Crime.